Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Get this one started. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Give out of the gun. Ran through the contact. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement.
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Now facing a 3rd and long. This is a designed run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give it to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Looking for a man, it's Payne. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Calls his own number. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Back to throw, it's Payne. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score.
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Now on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Lindsey. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Bueno. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pulls it in on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
on the option. Now the toss. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 14, Georgia 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Payne. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Leaves it with the running back.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Off play action. Looking for a deep man. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Bulldozes his way through. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Lindsey. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Third down coming up.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to get the first through the air. Myers on the move. He caught it. Lowers those pads. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the...
And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up, that's a live ball. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Looking for a man. It's Payne. Oh, he makes the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now on first down from the 28. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The give to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Floating away. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Payne. Throws for the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll be brought down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, running back gets the give. Push down for the tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make in this.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the...
Oh, look out! Just plowing down the field. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Now the toss. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Bueno. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A little over half a minute to play before halftime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Coming after it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock. He really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
To the air, it's Payne. He wants to take the top off. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You know, Jesse, I like to joke that the tight end is always open. That's ridiculous how open he was.
Yeah, that would have been an understatement on that one. I think the quarterback couldn't believe it himself. He took his steps, was reading coverage, and he thought, man, I mean, you're giving us this first down. That was too easy.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. He's got him in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Dropping back, it's Bueno. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Dogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They're going to run it. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He's going for it all. Makes the catch down the right side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's John. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Bueno. They're bringing heat. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
On second down, wants to throw it. Sends it downfield. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
Back to throw, it's Payne. This time it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And it comes through big time.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Back to pass, it's Payne. Skips away from pressure. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Power football with the run. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Finds a crease at the 20. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Going up top on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. A full dive to haul that one in. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Got some room to run. He's at the 40, the 20, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score Georgia 35, Notre Dame.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards.
He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to... You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground, tackle for the loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Payne. Using the quick game. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure. I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
snap it to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
How about the defense coming up in the clutch? I need a stop. They can go down the field and tie this game up. I'm in a tough situation. How do I respond? Forcing the turnover offense. Go do your thing. Get me a first down. Finish this ball game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Here comes the option. Keeps the legs moving. Hits the accelerator to the right. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on victory here in week 3. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now.
Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Payne. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. Might be looking to run. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. He's looking for a man on second down. Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now improvising, trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it from the red zone. And they got him. Didn't have much